Hey! Welcome to the Dray Way. I got an absolutely amazing show for you today because we got crime. That's right. We are 90 days into, not even 90 days roughly into a Trump administration, and we're already talking about crime. Imagine that. Well, we got a great show for you today. Stay right there. Welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. Let's get things started. Let's go! Welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. Let's get things started. Let's talk about James Boasberg. Yes, federal judge James Boasberg. Yeah, it looks like criminal contempt charges for the Trump administration. And yes, we're not even 90 days in. We're not even 90 days in, and we're talking about crime being done by the Trump administration. Does this surprise anyone? Does this surprise anyone that criminal activity is going on in the Trump administration already? And it's already going on in the first 90 days because this administration thinks they can just take anyone off the street and do whatever they want. We have a thing in this country called due process. That's what makes the United States so different than many other countries around the world. We have a thing called due process. You can't just nab people and say they're bad automatically and do whatever you want to with them. That's not a thing in this country. That's not what we do. I don't care what you think they are or what you think you know. They get the right to stand before a judge. It's called due process. And that's the foundation of the United States. It's the foundation of our country. And now we have an administration that just doesn't care. I mean, how do you even wrestle with the fact that in the White House, they're telling the president, "Oh yeah, the 9-0, you're Mr. Trump," and they saw it in our favor. No, they didn't. No. And then you got Marco Rubio going, federal judges. What? It doesn't matter what they say. The president can do what he wants. A federal judge has no say over a president. What? What? What yo-yo world do you live on? What are we talking about here, folks? What is going on? You know, the judicial branch is equal. These are three equal branches, you know, and a federal judge has every right to say, this is unlawful. This is unconstitutional. You can't do that. And what do you mean you don't have to listen to that? Yeah, you do. Because if you fail to listen to judges' orders, we're done. We're done. There's nothing left. You might as well burn it all to the ground. That Constitution that I talked about yesterday, toilet paper. Absolute, positively toilet paper. If we're not going to listen to what judges deem as being lawful or constitutional, then we're done. But tell me this is, because I'm sitting here and I'm watching. Marco Rubio knows better. That knucklehead, I don't even remember the guy's name, the assistant to the assistant of the guy the little squeaky guy that's been around Trump that acts weird and defiant on the news all the time. I forget the jerk's name. But, oh no, Mr. President, the decision was 9-0 in our favor. No, it was not. They made it very specific. Facilitate getting this man back right away. Get him back. Get him back. And have you guys done that? No. And the Supreme Court told you to do it. So you're going to defy the Supreme Court. Where do you think this is going to land anywhere? I don't know of a single American. Maybe we could go to Arkansas in some back hill area and ask some pig farmer, hey, do you support Donald Trump not listening to the Supreme Court of the United States? We might be able to find 3 people that think that's a good idea. I don't even know. The most ardent Trump supporter has to be like, oh, wait a minute. If we don't listen to the Supreme Court, we don't have a country anymore. We're done. What are the new rules going to be? The Constitution's tossed. That's done. That's what no one seems to answer right now. I need an answer from somebody. If we're not going to follow the rule of law, if we're not going to listen to what judges tell us to do, who's writing up the new rules? Because the Constitution is gone. That sucker is bye-bye. It's gone. So my question is, what are the new rules? What are the new rules? Are the new rules that we just, Donald Trump, whatever he says goes? Is he now the king? I just need to know. Is it now King Trump? And whatever Trump says goes? That's the new thing for the United States? Is that what you want? You want a King Trump? Just let me know what the rules are. Because if we stop listening to judges, if we're not taking judges at their word, if we're not going, oh, this judge found this to be unconstitutional. Oh, the Supreme Court 9-0 said, get that man back here. We have due process. And that particular man was already in front of a judge who said, yes, you can be here. He was already in front of a judge. Read the transcript. He was allowed to be here, according to a federal judge. So what are we doing? Somebody tell me what we're doing. And somebody tell me what the new rules are. Is it King Trump? If it is, just let us all know. Let us all know. Welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. Please let me know what you think in the comments, because it's getting crazy out there. It really, really is. But let me know what you think. We got a lot more to talk about. Don't go anywhere. Welcome to the Dray Way. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. There's a new Dray Way each and every day. And I got more for you coming right up. Stay right there. As I'm talking to you right now, the market is down about 600 points. We're heading into Easter weekend. We still have a lot of these tariffs. Donald Trump is talking about even more tariffs with BRICS nations. He's just yakety, 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 yak. And he's making things more and more miserable for everybody. I want everyone to understand that China is actually showing restraint. Because if China wanted to, or if China decides we've had enough of this guy, they can shut off all our medications. Yeah, because most of our medications are made in China. Like penicillin, we don't even make penicillin in the United States. Yeah, we don't make any. So something that seems so novel as penicillin, we don't make it here. Do you want to know why? There's just not enough money in it. There's just not enough money in making penicillin. So we just decided not to do it anymore. So the thing that I find funny is that China, if they really wanted to, could just say, yeah, we're not going to sell you any medications either. Do you know how long that would take for our medications just to dry up? A few weeks. A few weeks, and we would be in a critical stage for medications. And this guy thinks this is a good idea. But this whole tariff thing is so bad. It's so terrible. What nobody's not telling you in this global economy is, it's going to be Easter weekend this week. We got about 2 to 3 weeks after that before a complete economic collapse. And I mean complete. I mean a complete economic collapse in about 2 to 3 weeks if this tariff stuff does not stop. You're looking at a Dow 30,000. You're looking at the Dow dropping another 9,000 points. You're looking at trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, not just in the stock market, but in housing. You're talking about, you could get somewhere between a 10 and 20% drop over the next 6 months, like that. That's the kind of calamity that we're literally walking into for no reason whatsoever. Just because Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing. Just because Donald Trump thinks this whole thing. We put the entire world's economy in one man's hand, who has been bankrupt again and again and again, and has bankrupted companies again and again and again. He couldn't run a water company. He couldn't run a vodka company. He couldn't run anything. He lost money in casinos, for crying out loud. And this is the guy we have deciding on tariffs against the world economy. What could go wrong? Well, I'm telling you what could go wrong. Everything. And we're weeks away. We're not months and years away. We are weeks away. If this doesn't get resolved in the next few weeks, total and complete economic collapse. Like we haven't seen. Yeah. And it's all because of one man's really, really bad idea. And I want you to remember now that 1 million Americans lost their lives because Donald Trump didn't know what to do during a pandemic. We could have saved many of those lives, but Donald Trump had no idea what he was doing. So no one talks about it, but 1 million Americans lost their lives, and they didn't have to. If we had taken the necessary precautions, had we had a proactive president and not a president that was like, oh, it'll probably just go away in a few days. Remember when he said that? Oh, in a few days, only a few people have it. In a few days, it'll just go away. That's not what happened, is it? But yeah, this we're literally weeks away. And did you think we would be in this kind of shape this fast? I mean, just a few months ago, we were doing good, really, really good. The economy, the United States had the strongest economy in the world just a few months ago. And yeah, look where we are now. Look where in just a few months of Donald Trump's BS, complete nonsense. Why anyone is listening to this old, dumb man, I have no idea. He has no background to be listened to at all. None. And we're putting everyone at peril because of this moron. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't go anywhere. I have a final thought. Hey, it's Easter time, and I want to talk about Easter a little bit. I want to talk about Easter a little bit because it's just an opportunity to get family together, and I'm very lucky that I got family getting together for this Easter. And whether you can be with family, if you can't be with each other, make it a point to at least talk to each other. Make it a point to pick up the phone. And nowadays, I mean, you know, you can literally look at the person while you're talking to them, you know. And I think that's something that we forget sometimes, is that, you know, we forget to tell our loved ones just how much they mean to us. And I hope you know what I know. Time goes by quickly as you get older. It really does. I know it sounds cliche, but my gosh, the older I get, the faster time goes. I mean, I remember, it seems like yesterday, I was telling people on TikTok, I'm about to turn 60 years old. And I was freaking out about it. I'm like, I'm going to be 60. Because it's just a weird thing to say, you know. You know, when people say, how old are you? You know, when you're in your 30s, 40s, even 50s. I'm 52, I'm 38, I'm 44. But when you start saying 60, it's just, I don't know. Let me know if it's different for you. It's been different for me. But I'm not saying that anymore. I'm now saying, oh, in a few months after summer, I'll be 62. And it seems like just yesterday. It literally seems like yesterday. Oh, I'm about to turn 60. It just keeps going, doesn't it? It just keeps, it just keeps going. And times change and things change. And I've shared with you guys on here that my dad is in hospice. In all likelihood, this will be the last year I'll have my father, and that's a weird thing to even say. That's a weird thing to even think about. But it just, time goes on, and it stops for no one. And I just want you to use this weekend to let the people that you love know how special they are to you. Because sometimes we forget to tell them. Sometimes we forget to take that moment and say, I love you. I'm so glad you're in my life. Have a wonderful weekend. I know I'll see you tomorrow, but I'm going to start my Easter weekend today. So have a wonderful Easter weekend. I will be with you on Easter weekend right here on the Dray Way. So have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the Dray Way.